It's already recording.
All right, this lecture is also on the YouTubes if you need to get it. Again, we're going to spend 2 days on the same lecture. Today we're going to work on just a simple problems without a lot of the words. Tomorrow we're doing the same lecture again, but with the word problems. Percent proportion is, you did it in 7th grade, and you did a little bit in 6th grade. So in 8th grade, since the STAR test is 40% proportions, so about 25 problems are proportions, I really need you to have a really good understanding of it because you use this all the time. Okay. So today I gave you notes here, so we're going to work out the problems together. After we finish, we'll go to lunch, and then we'll work on homework when we finish. Come back from lunch. Keep in mind that we still have a quiz on Friday as well. Now, I created this. I used to have students take their own notes on this part, and it was confusing because they had too many things to write down. But I decided to consolidate so that you have the notes on top here. Some of you guys know this is over of. Some of you know it as part over whole. Regardless, it's the same setup. Okay? It's the same setup. So let's begin here. We're going to refer back to this a lot if you need to. Usually it's split 3 different parts. You're missing the percents, Eric, you're missing the is, or you're missing the of. And they always tell you what they're missing. Okay? So I want to do a few of this with y'all first, and then we'll go on to the next topic. Alright, here we go. We're going to zoom into number 1. We're missing the percents. Oh gosh, here comes the curve. Now, on the percent there, what percent of 90 is 36? Where would the x go, the variable?
Under 90 over, no, 36 over 90.
Okay, so remember, it's is over of. And again, like I said, it'll tell you, it'll be very specific. Then sit up, please. Like right here, it says of 90, 90, of 90, 90 goes right there with of. Is 36, goes on top of the fraction. Because we're missing the percent, x goes in place of percent. But always, it's always over 100 because you're converting this fraction into a percent form. These are still equal to each other. We cross multiply so that we can figure out what is the equivalent percent. So here we cross multiply. A lot of this today is mental math. Usually the letter goes first. 90 times x, you put them together. 90x equals 36 and 100.
3,600.
Right. You just tack on the 2 zeros because essentially you're just multiplying by 100. Again, you're still using mental math here. So now we have 90x equals 3,600.
404.
Okay. Hold on. Now, Eric, we have to divide by 90 on both sides of the equal sign. But if you notice here on the right side, you have a 0 and another 0. Essentially, you can just cancel these out because you're actually dividing by 10 divided by 10. You just cancel those out. So all you have left is 360 divided by 9. Well, keep it simple. What's 36 divided by 9? 4, right? Add a 0. 40. X equals 40. In this case, 40%.
Wait, so we just cross out all the zeros?
No. You only cross out the zeros that have a top and a bottom. They have to be paired up. Right, it has to be paired up, top and the bottom. They must be paired up. Okay? So 40% is the same as 36 over 90. These are equivalent to each other. Put that back in your mouth. Okay. Workout number 4 and number 7 down that column. 4 and 7. I'm going to walk around the room. So please stop me if you need my assistance. Again, it's is over of, percent over 100. So on number 4, okay, so use a lot of your common sense. It's saying if you have 2 on the top, 2 over 800, right? So it's like saying if there are 800 cars, only 2 of them are white. It's a very small percentage, very, very small. If there are 800 people in a room, only 2 of them are 8th graders. It's a very small percentage. So common sense tells you that the percent is going to be very small. It may even be a decimal or a fraction. Just divide it. Zeros. Just reduce the fraction. Reduce it. Reduce it. Yes. Yes, you can't do that. No, it's 2 divided by 8. So keep it as a fraction.
Okay.
No. Put the cross most point. You put an X right here. So 800x equals 200. Now divide both sides by 8. Just going to get x by itself.
Is this right?
You get x by itself. Yeah. It's a fraction.
Which one goes in there?
You guys, 2 divided by 8 is not 4. It is not 4.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. Hold on, the phone is ringing. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So here again, you guys don't rush through this. It's going to be is over of. So you have 800 is on the bottom. 2 is on top. It's a very small number. You still have x over 100. So cross multiply. Don't skip this step. Now, to get x by itself, you have to divide by 800. The answer is not 4. It's impossible. This cancels out. Take off a 0. Take off a 0. That's 2 over 8. That's 2 eighths. 2 eighths is reduced down to 1/4. 1/4 is also, this is 1/4% or 0.25%. These are the same. You have to reduce all fractions. Reduce all your fractions. Go ahead and do number 3, please. Do number 3. Oh, sorry, number 7. I'm sorry, number 7. You didn't fix this.
I know.
There's some missing stuff in here. Good. Over up is over up. Valerie, can you go back once? Thank you. Okay. I hear you. 1 second. Okay, here we go. TJ, ready?
No.
You're not? Don't sulk now. Is over of. Okay, 3 is. 3 is. Of 15. How do I know that? Usually it's next to each other. Usually it'll tell you. And then you set it up equal to 100%. 15x equals 300. You can still divide it. Divide by 15 to get x by itself, right? So, no, you don't have to add any zeros. Top in, bottom out here. So 15 goes into 30. 2 times. But the answer is not 2. I saw some 2's out there.
You gotta add 0.
You have to subtract it and bring that 0 down to make that 0. It's 20%. Make sure your answer makes sense also. It's not 2%, it's 20%. Finish out the rest of the division, because if you don't, then it's going to be completely wrong. Okay? So far, we did the percents. We're going to move up here to do the is. The is. Now, this one, the percent is given to you, and the of is also given to you. We're figuring out what the is. So here, the percent's given to you. So now, the number that's missing is this x on the top part. So be careful about how you set it up. On this worksheet, I gave you some percents. I gave you some problems that are kind of mixed up, so you're able to see different types. So in this first part, the is 40% over 100. So when you cross multiply, Julio, you cross multiply 100 times x. Mental math, 9 times 4. 36, add 2 zeros. 3,600. But if you go one more step here, when we divide by 100, remember that you can just cancel out the pairs of zeros. What that means is that you're canceling 100 divided by 100. Well, all you have left is 36 divided by 1. In this case, x is 36. So 36 over 90 is the same thing as saying 40%. 36 over 90 is the same as 40%. Is it more than half? No, because half of 90 is 45. So it's a little bit less than 45. Okay, try out number 5 and number 8, please. 5 and 8. On number 5, I threw in the fraction there, 6 1/4. It's easier to convert to a decimal. 6 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, or 0.125. Thank you. Again, I'm tutoring today after school if you need help with decimals. So number 5 and number 6, you're listing the is, but you have the percent. 5 and 9 both have decimals in it on purpose. Percent here, look. Percent here. Percent. So erase that. Switch it. These are the skills you need to have. 8th grade math is the last year I've had any percents or proportions taught to you. Once you get in algebra, it's not the same. Okay, so I'm going to translate 6 1/4. It's 6.25. I know I'm missing, let me switch over here. I'm missing the is. I have 150 on the bottom, 6.25 over 100. So when I cross multiply, the letter goes on the left, 100x. 150 times 6.25. 150 times 6.25. Okay. 937.5.
Yep.
Okay. The answer makes sense to me. But because I'm dividing by 100, when I divide by 100, I'm actually moving the decimal. 2 times where?
To the left.
Left means less. Left means less away, right? So instead of dividing it out, I'm sure you don't want to, you can just, if you know the rule, 1, 2, 9.375. Because you were busy working it out. 9.3. If you got 93, the answer doesn't make any sense because it's only 6% of 150. 6%. If it had said 62%, then yes, I'll agree. 93 is a good number. But it's only 6%. So 9 out of 150 is the same thing as 6%. Number 8. Number 8. X over 100. No. Just kidding. X over 42, actually. 5.8% over 100%. X, 42, percent over percent. Cross multiply again. 100x equals, now we have a decimal here. 5.8 times 4.2. 5.8 times 4.2. What was it? 243.6? 243.6?
No, with the decimal.
You gotta move the decimal. 32.
Oh.
Divided by 100. Because we're dividing by 100, we're making the number smaller. Instead of dividing it out, because it's 100, you can just move the decimal twice to the left. 1, 2. X equals 2.436. Remember, that 5.8% is very small. It's like saying out of $1, it's 5.8 cents.
I got that one wrong.
Right? 5 cents, almost 6 cents.
What you round there to?
Depends if the answer wants it rounded. Let's do 2 more and we'll go to lunch. Okay. We did missing percent, missing the is. Let's move over to of. Let's only do number 3 and 6. I'm gonna walk around. Now the of is missing. The number on the bottom, out of, the bottom number is missing. The denominator is missing. You're given the percent, you're given the is. Is over of, percent over 100. So again, see how it has it right here? 75 is. Again, percent. Percent is no. And this is always 100. So that's going to be bottom part. I have tutoring today, Wednesday, and Friday. Please come on in. We'll have a quiz on Friday. Over proportions, so you should be able to get 100 easy.
Wait, does this count as part of the quiz?
Yes, we'll do it. We practice our skills so we get better. So that when we get to high school, we
Was
get
that right?
No. 50%, percent goes over here. Percent goes here. You gotta pay attention to that. Percent goes where the percent sign is. I'm waiting.
Where?
Sorry. That's right. Okay, let's see. Some guys don't skip the zeros. They do make a difference. So here, 75 is over of. 75 is of what number is missing? Of is x, but we have 50% over 100%. So Sasia, when we cross multiply, 50x equals 75 times 100, 7,500. Divide by 50. Well, how many zeros can I cross out? Only 1 0. One pair of zeros. So now we only have 750 divided by 5. So 5 goes to 7 one time. 25 and 5. It is not 15. It's 150. Don't forget the 0 because it still does count. It does matter. So number 3 is 150. Think about it. Half of 150 is 75.
I got 75. That was my answer.
Well, half of 150 is 75. That's why the number on the bottom here is larger, because it's asking for 100% of the total number. And the last one? 680 is what 34% of what number? So I have 680 over x, 34 over 100. I cross multiply, 34x equals 680, was it 68,000? 68,000 divided by 34. Now, this looks kind of hard. Top in, bottom out. 34 goes to 68. The answer is not 2. Be careful right here. You got to carry the 0 up, up, and up. 2,000, not 20. It's 2,000 because you're actually you have to bring down all those zeros because you can't do anything else to it. So if you look at the answer out of 2,000, 34% of 2,000 is 680. The 2,000 represents 100% of the number. This is only 34% of the number. Okay. Hold on. On your homework tonight, let me pass this out, and then we'll go to lunch. You have 3.
I need help with this.
Those are rough. Yes, we'll work on it again tomorrow. Now, don't do all of it unless you really, really want to. Okay, I'm done with the notes here. On your worksheet tonight, on a separate paper, tell your neighbors. We'll do the following problems when we come back from lunch so that we are done with this. Y'all are very busy tonight. Let's do the following numbers. Number 3. No. 6. 7. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 17. You'll see 17 again.
On Friday.
Maybe on Friday. 3, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 17. On the back page, we'll do only 2. Only 2. Just 2.
Are you going to help us with one of them?
Shh, hold, simmer down now. 4, 3, and 5 only. Okay. Now, we have a total of, I think, is it 10 or 12?